a fresh herb frittata. A frittata is basically a flat omelet. Very easy and it's very impressive, and you can use a wide variety of fresh herbs. I'm going to go ahead and turn our pan on. Medium-high heat. We're going to get that going. We're going to add our butter, and we're going to add a little bit of olive oil to this. We're going to start heating this up. Okay. As that's heating, we'll go ahead and get our herbs ready. I've already chopped some parsley. So what I want to do is go ahead and get a little bit of these chives going. Always want to add parsley and chives, at least I do. Let's go ahead and use some thyme. To use this thyme, just break off a piece, like so. Hold it at the end and I just strip off the leaves, like so, and just put them right in like that. Let's go ahead and start mixing the eggs up. I'm going to go ahead and probably just use 2 eggs for this one. You use 3 if you want a larger omelet. We're going to crack our egg into the dish, like so. Tell you what, let's go ahead and add 1 more egg. I'm going to do a larger frittata. We're going to add a little bit of milk to this just to kind of lighten the egg a little bit. Go ahead and add our Parmigiana, our fresh herbs, and we want a little bit of salt. I like using kosher salt. Season that a little bit, and some fresh ground pepper. So we've got our egg mixture. I'm just going to go ahead and take a small whisk and whisk this all together until it all comes to a nice mixture. Our butter's starting to make a little bit of noise over here. Should be hot enough to work with. As you can see, it's popping just a little bit, which works really nicely. This is when it's ready. Starting to brown just a little bit. Now I add butter and olive oil because it adds a different flavor. Both of them have a little bit different flavor it adds to the dish. We'll go ahead and pour them in there. Pour the egg mixture in. I'm going to pull this off the heat now, and then we're going to turn it down on low. Unlike an omelet, a frittata, you want to let set before we turn it. While our frittata's cooking, I'm going to go ahead and cut up some of these tomatoes because I think these will go great with this frittata. These are some nice heirloom tomatoes that I found down in the produce area. We're just going to take a couple slices of that. And we'll use some of this beautiful tomato. As you can see, our frittata is starting to set a little bit. We definitely want it to cook a little bit more. You can see the egg on the top still a little runny, so you want to cook it, probably want to leave it here about 5 minutes. Now we're set around the edges here, and there's not a lot of raw egg on top anymore. You can see it's mostly cooked. I like a nice dark color on my frittata on the bottom. An omelet, you don't really want any blistering, but on frittata, I personally like it on mine. I'm going to go ahead and move it around. Now you can flip it over with a spatula if you don't feel comfortable, but I like taking it and just flipping it over, finishing it off like that. Now what I'm going to do at this point, I'm going to go ahead and turn my heat off, let it sit, and this is where I like adding some nice fresh cheese. I got some feta cheese here that I'm just going to crumble over the top like so. You could use a ricotta, Boursin cheese is great, but I certainly love using a fresh feta cheese. You can cut it into wedges and serve it like so, or you can just serve it on a platter, family style. All these recipes I prepared today are on digindfw.com. So let's dig in.
Well, we hope you've enjoyed this program of Dig In Dallas-Fort Worth. Be sure to go to the website, digindfw.com, for recipes and information and our virtual online calendar of things to be doing. Thanks to Jim McAfee for all of his great tips on a perfect lawn, and to Andrea and Dottie Woodson at the Fort Worth Botanic Garden on the composting. Leslie Halleck knows those tools at North Haven Gardens. Thanks to her. And oh, Chef Chris, by the way, we're coming over for breakfast. Save a frittata for us. Folks, we hope you enjoyed the program this week. Until next week, thanks for watching. Happy gardening.